All right, shalom, shalom, and welcome to Just a Word, Kazak Yahuah, and I'm here with Etakan, and today we are looking into a topic entitled, a controversial topic entitled, yasharal, the only people that matter. A question, or it can be a statement, yasharal, the only people that matter. And this teaching is as to what the Most High has revealed to us. That's what we are going to be looking into. And it is a teaching that I like to call It All Makes Sense, in which the Bible itself is all going to make sense. And what we teach, what we believe in, is all going to make sense from creation until now. And we are going to show you why things happen in the world, why, who are doing it, where they are from, what is their motivation, what, why, when, how, where, how, all of those things. We are going to try to do it in about 2 hours plus or so. And we are going to start from the beginning. We are going to start from the time of Cain or Cain. Cain. So let's begin at the book of Genesis chapter 4, verse 3. We're going to look at the unrighteousness that came from Cain. Genesis 4, verse 3. Could you read, please?
And in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto yahuah. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock, and of that fat thereof. And yahuah had respect unto Abel, and to his offering. But unto Cain, and to his offering, he had no respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And yahuah said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother. And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him.
All right, hold on, please. Man, problem again. Let me pause it.
Not your laptop, is
No, it seems that this Zoom. All right, we're back on. So we were at,
it shouldn't burn.
we were looking at Cain. So we were going to verse 16. No, verse 16.
And yahuah said unto
Genesis 4:16.
And Cain went out from the presence of yahuah, and dwelt in the land of Nod, on the east of Edom.
So we are going to go and look at this account as it is in the book of Moses, what they call the book of Mormon. Of course, let me just say, I'm not endorsing people to go to these books. As I said, going into the toilet, going wherever these words are, to prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Because sometimes when you go there, you get more insights than that which you have in the Bible. So, Cain and Master Mahan. Now, when Cain went out from the presence of yahuah, Cain became the first, what you would call, grandmaster, the equivalent of a grandmaster of the Freemasonry. And he became a minister of Hasatan, as it is written in the book of Mormon. And we're going to see what became of Cain there. Because what was Cain's beginning is what is happening in the end, because his children are still here. He is still working. His spirit is still here, working to the very end. So it's Seth, the children of Yasharal, who are the children of Seth. And Seth is the, what do you call it, progenitor, the father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Versus Cain, who is the master of the evil. Now, let's go to the book of Mormon. We're in the book of Moses, chapter 5, verse 16. Adam and Eve. Read it, please.
And Adam and Eve, his wife, ceased not to call upon Yahuwah. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from Yahuwah. Wherefore he may not reject his words. But behold, Cain hearkened not, saying, Who is Yahuwah that I should know him?
All right. This is another significant verse because some people say, when they say Cain is a man, they were actually saying that he is not, he was born big or something like that. But this man seems to be speaking of a male child because he said, the reason she said, I got a man, he says, wherefore he may not reject his words. So she believes that this man would obey Yahuwah. But Cain disappointed and says, who is Yahuwah that I should know him? And of course, that is pride to the highest level. Verse 17.
And she again conceived and bare his brother Abel. And Abel hearkened unto the voice of Yahuwah. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground.
Continue.
And Cain loved Satan more than Yahuwah. And Satan commanded him, saying, Make an offering unto Yahuwah.
So Cain loves Satan more than Allah. Just like the children of Cain in the end time, they love Satan and they don't like Yahuwah. Continue.
And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto Yahuwah. And Abel, he also brought of the firstling of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And Yahuwah had respect unto Abel, and to his offering. But unto Cain, to his offering, he had no respect.
And to his offering. So the and there is very important because the Most High had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. So he neither respected the man nor his offering. So the word and is important. Continue.
Now Satan knew this, and it pleased him. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
So Satan was pleased that the Most High was not pleased with Cain's offering. So whenever we go against the Most High, Satan finds great pleasure in that. Continue.
And Yahuwah said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? Why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, thou shalt be accepted. And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And Satan desireth to have thee. And except thou shalt hearken unto my commandments, I will deliver thee up, and it shall be unto thee according to his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
All right, another important principle there. If we do not hearken to the commandments of Yahuwah, he will deliver us up to who? To Satan. Remember that. If we do not hearken unto his commandments. So when we say the commandments, the law is done away with, what happens? We have been delivered up to who? Okay. I didn't say it. You just said it. You just said it. Verse 24.
For from this time forth thou shalt be the father of his lies. Thou shalt be called perdition, for thou wast also before the world.
For thou what?
Was also before the world.
And this is something that you have been looking in the past few weeks, isn't it? Cain was before the world. That means Cain was one of the rulers. Cain was from the spiritual realm, and the soul was placed into him before the world. And the word tells us that Yahuwah made the wicked for the day of evil. That means Cain was placed in the world, his line was placed in the world to achieve the evil upon the earth, so that the good can be good. So, in a great house, there are vessels of honor. There are vessels, some of honor and some of dishonor. So, some of us were born for perdition. Some of us were born for evil, for wickedness. And that is all you can get out of us. That is why we cannot save everybody. We have to know who the wicked are, and the wicked will not change. Yeah? Even though the Most High says, sin lieth at their door unless you repent. Most High knows that he will not repent because he's not of this world. Verse 25.
And it shall be said in time to come that these abominations were heard from Cain, for he rejected the greater counsel which was heard from yahuah. And this is a cursing which I will put upon thee, except thou repent.
See, he's still getting the chance to repent. And remember in Proverbs 1 it says, because when I called, you did not hear. When I spake, you did not answer, but you did evil before my eyes. Therefore, I will laugh at your calamity. So when we go through and we do not listen to the Most High, there is always a repercussion for not listening. We will be given up to the enemy. Go ahead.
And Cain was wroth, and listened not any more to the voice of yahuah, neither to Abel his brother, who walked in holiness before yahuah. And Adam and his wife mourned before yahuah because of Cain and his brethren. And it came to pass that Cain took one of his brother's daughters to wife, and
And they loved Satan more than yahuah.
And Satan said unto Cain, Swear unto me by thy throat, and if thou tell it, thou shalt die. And swear thy brethren by their heads, and by the living yahuah, that they tell it not. For if they tell it, they shall surely die. And this, that thy father may not know it. And this day I will deliver thy brother Abel into thine hands.
No, look at that there. This is the beginning of the secret society, of secrets, as Shaul said, it is a shame of the things that they do in secret. So, Cain, with this evil heart, because he loved Satan, he had a desire to kill his brother. Satan said, if you keep this secret and have this secret, then I will give your brother into your hands. Go ahead.
And Satan swore unto Cain that he would do according to his commandments.
And all these things were done in secret. Nothing is new today, people. Covetousness is what causes the establishment of these secret societies. They want to rule the world, but they don't want to follow after righteousness. They follow after wickedness and unrighteousness, ruling the world in unrighteousness with their secret societies. Verse 31.
And Cain said, Truly I am Mahan, the master of this grand secret, that I may murder and get gain. Wherefore Cain was called Master Mahan, and he glorified in his wickedness.
So the great grandmaster of this secret, that I may murder and get gain. Nothing has changed today. The wicked of this world, this is how they get gain. Even the bigger countries, what do? They have their spies, they have undercover agents that they go and they will kill people in order to maintain their power, in order to get gain. So Cain exalted in his wickedness. Verse 32.
And Cain went into the field, and Cain talked with Abel his brother. And it came to pass that while they were in the field, Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. And Cain glorified in that which he had done, saying, I am free. Surely the flocks of my brother falleth into my hands.
I am free. So it's covetousness. The secret societies today are based on covetousness. It's all about power, money, attaining in life, and it is the richer people in life who are in these secret societies. They call you into these societies with the promise of elevating yourselves, and it's all about money, money, money. Money, money, money. Even if they don't say it on the outset, it's all about money and control. And these people control the entire world smartly. So those people who are unsuspecting, when they are invited, they feel so nice and honored to be invited, not knowing that it is of the order of Cain, it is of the order of Satan. Continue.
And Yahuwah said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And Yahuwah said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cries unto me from the ground. And now thou shalt be cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
Mm-hmm.
When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee for strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And Cain said unto Yahuwah, Satan tempted me because of my brother's flocks, and I was wroth also, for his offering thou didst accept, and not mine. My punishment is greater than I can bear.
So the wicked man, as usual, now, the wicked man now becomes the victim, playing the victim as if he is so innocent. Satan tempted me, and my punishment is greater than I can bear. And continue.
Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of Yahuwah, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that he that findeth me will slay me because of my iniquities. For these things are not hid from Yahuwah.
Mm-hmm.
And I, Yahuwah, said unto him, Whosoever slayeth thee, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And I, Yahuwah, set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him.
All right. Now, some people use this thing, this mark that they set upon Cain. Because one of the books, I think, this mark that they put upon Cain and said it's black people, it's black skin. Yeah? Now, the Most High put this mark on Cain so that nobody should kill him, should not kill him, so that he should not be killed. Now, which skin color today is preserved from being killed wherever they go? Eh? Black people are praised wherever they go. Back in the 60s, 50s, 40s in the United States, black people used to have to hide and could not go certain places. Yeah? They still have sundown towns, isn't it? Black people go there, black people are killed.
Yes, sir.
It's a white-skinned people who are preserved from being killed due to their skin. This is what I know all worldwide. Worldwide. Even in Jamaica, when you have a tourist, they don't trouble the white people. They'll kill their black brothers, but they're not going to kill the white people. Just what I'll get to set this thing straight so that we don't get it twisted. Verse 41.
And Cain was shut out from the presence of Yahuwah, and with his wife and many of his brethren dwelt in the land of Nod, on the east of Eden.
So he was shut out from Yahuwah. Which people are more shut out from Yahuwah? They laugh at us, black people, and said, oh, you love the Most High too much, so much, and you are poor. And then the other people who don't love him are rich, not understanding that it is because we're under the curses. Anyway, just want to make that clear. Now, Cain's seed did not perish in the flood. We're going to look at the writings of Abraham, chapter 11, page 51, chapter 4, no, from chapter 11, page 51. Hold on, please. Let me get there. By the way, we forgot to make the comment. Remember the connection. Remember, we're talking about Cain being master my hand, and we were saying that it is that was the beginning of masonry. Look at the New World Order. The New World Order that they have today, what they're executing today, some people call it the Masonic New World Order. And what do the authorities do? The authorities classify it. If you search for it online, they will tell you that it is a conspiracy theory. Look at it. The Masonic New World Order is a conspiracy theory that claims the secular fraternal organization, here they make it so nice, the secular fraternal organization of Freemasonry is part of a secretive elite force attempting to establish a totalitarian global government. This theory is widely debunked by historians and Masonic researchers who state there is no factual basis for it. No, there cannot be any factual basis for it because you control everything. And if people try to do it, you get to spill your secrets to try to get rid of them. All right? So you can search out the Masonic New World Order. But the New World Order there started from Cain. It's the same thing, the same order. We're going to show right through the ages. It has not changed, and why Yasharal chose a people for himself. All right, so let's look at the writings of Abraham, page 54, chapter 11. No, what did I say? Chapter 11, page 51. Um, 51. Go ahead.
And when Noah was 450 years old, he begat a son, and he called his name Japheth. 42 years later, he begat another son of her, who was the mother of Japheth, and he called his name Shem. 8 years later, Noah begat a son of his wife, Naamah, who was the seed of Cain.
Who was of the seed of Cain. Continue.
And he called his name Ham, for he said, through him will the curse be preserved in the land.
So Cain survived the flood through the seed of Ham, because Noah had a child with Naamah, who is of the seed of Cain. Now, this is very important, as Etikan and I were speaking, in that it shows us that the child can also be of the seed of the woman. Not only the father carries the seed, also the woman. So the seed of Cain was preserved through a woman. Continue, please.
Now Noah had taken a wife of the seed of Cain, and she was a righteous woman. Nevertheless, the curse remained with her seed according to the word of Yahuah.
So even though she was righteous, the curse remained with her seed. What is that saying to us? The curse remained with her seed. So that's why you hear us speak about us mixing seed, especially with the children of Edom, who the Most High has for a curse in the end. Okay? Curse remained with her seed. We're going to show how the Most High showed favor to that seed because of the repentance of a man. Continue.
And Noah took her on this wise, for For the word of Yahuwah came unto Noah, saying, Take unto thyself Naamah, the daughter of Lamech, who dwelleth here in the city of thy fathers, for she hath been faithful to my gospel. Wherefore I shall preserve through her seed,
Through
through
her.
her the seed of Cain through the flood.
Mm-hmm.
This Lamech, who was the father of Naamah, was of the seed of Cain, being the son of Methusael, the son of Mahujel, the son of Irad, the son of Enoch, the son of Cain.
Mm-hmm.
Lamech had married Adah and Zillah, the daughters of Cain, the son of Enos, the son of Seth, the son of Adam. Adah bare children unto Lamech, but Zillah was barren until her old age, when Yahuwah opened her womb, and she conceived and bare a son and a daughter. Her son she named Cain, saying, After I had withered away, have I obtained him from the Almighty yahuah. Her daughter she named Naamah, saying, After I had withered away, have I obtained pleasure and delight.
Uh-huh. So we're gonna get the history of how Cain came to be. Cain's seed was preserved through Noah. Go ahead.
While Naamah was yet a child, great
Consternation.
consternation fell upon the seed of Cain. For Irad, the son of Enoch, the son of Cain, had become a member of the secret combination, and was privy to all its secrets, until one night, when Yahuwah appeared to him in a dream, saying, Irad, thou hast done evil instead of good, and hast followed after Satan rather than Yahuwah. Wherefore I shall destroy thee and thine house when I send in the floods upon the earth. But Irad was pricked in his heart, and pled with Yahuwah to show mercy and preserve his seed through the great flood. Seeing that his penitence was true, Yahuwah said to him, Irad, if thou wilt repent and reveal the evils of the secret combinations unto the sons of Seth, I will have mercy upon thee, and I will join thy seed unto the seed of Seth, that it may be preserved through the great flood.
All right. Continue.
Wherefore Irad went forth and began to reveal the secrets of the sons of Cain unto the sons of Seth.
Okay, before we go any further, this is what we mean that only one seed matters. Because in the end, it will not be this union of flesh that will get the other nations in the kingdom. It will be holding on to the children of Yasharal, almost physically holding on to Yasharal, not unifying with seed, but holding on, because it has always been the righteous seed, and we're going to show the righteous priesthood flowing through the ages. So Irad, who was the son of Naamah, who would be the have Ham with Noah, he was told that because of his wickedness he would perish, but he begged the Most High, and the Most High conceded to let his seed continue through Naamah. Continue.
Lamech, being master Mahan at that time, found Irad sitting in his garden with Joram, the young son of Irad, and slew him.
Mm-hmm.
Thus Lamech slew Irad for the sake of the oath of the secret combination, and he slew Irad's son with him. But Cain, the son of Lamech, had followed him and viewed his evil deed which he had committed, and he revealed it unto his mother Zillah, and she unto her sister Adah. Wherefore Adah and Zillah confronted Lamech with his evil, and cursed him in the name of Yahuwah, for having slain Irad, who had repented of his wickedness from among the sons of men. And Lamech said unto his wife Adah and Zillah, Hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech. For I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, surely Lamech shall be 70 and sevenfold. Lamech's wives therefore feared to confront him further, but Lamech repented not of his evil deeds, and finding his son Tubal Cain at prayer, he slew him for having revealed his murders.
What a serious man Lamech was, his own son. You see how important these secrets are with these secret society people. Hey, continue.
And when Adah and Zillah, the wives of Lamech, learnt of this, they took their remaining sons and daughters, and went unto their father Canaan's city, and revealed the remainder of the secrets of this evil combination among the sons of Adam.
Mhm.
Thus did Nama come to dwell among the sons of Adam, and she grew up before Yahuah in righteousness, and was known for her tender care toward the sick and the unfortunate.
Nevertheless,
Nevertheless, she had not husband, because she was of the forbidden race.
of the,
Forbidden race.
you see something, people? The Most High make all people, but some people are forbidden race. We cannot save everybody. Understand? You just have to go out there and speak, and who hears. There are some people who just cannot make it. But if they are repentant, the Most High is merciful. He will listen to them. But their race itself is condemned. That's always been like that with the Most High. So, for example, you have Edom. Edom is condemned in the end, but if any person from Edom turns to the Most High will have some form of mercy upon them. Now, Cain's seed did not perish in the flood. That means Cain's seed is now in the earth today. Let's look at the righteous seed that came through Seth. Let's look at the second book of Adam and Eve. So we just look at the unrighteous seed. Let's look at the righteous seed that came through Seth. The second book of Adam and Eve, page 14, chapter 11. You have it? Go ahead. After the death of? That's how let's go.
After the death of Adam and of Eve, Seth served his children.
Separate.
Severed his children, and his children's children from Cain's children. Cain and his seed went down and dwelt westward, below the place where he had killed his brother Abel. But Seth and his children dwelt northwards upon the mountain of the cave of treasuries, in order to be near to their father Adam. And Seth the elder, tall and good, with a fine soul, and of a strong mind, stood at the head of his people, and tended them in innocence, penitence, and meekness, and did not allow one of them to go down to Cain's children.
That is set apartness, yes? Not mixing. Barak is the man that standeth not in the way of sinners, that sitteth not in the council of the unholy, standeth in the way of sinners, sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Set apart. Continue.
But because of their own purity, they were named children of Yahuah, and they were with Yahuah, instead of the host of angels who fell. For they continued in praise to Yahuah, and in singing psalms unto him in their cave, the cave of treasures. Then Seth stood before the body of his father Adam, and of his mother Eve, and prayed night and day, and asked for mercy towards himself and his children, and that when he had some difficult dealings with a child, he would give him counsel. But Seth and his children did not like earthly work, but gave themselves to heavenly things, for they had no other thoughts than praises, doxologies, and psalms unto Yahuwah. Wherefore did they all at all times hear the voices of angels, praising and glorifying Yahuwah, from within the garden, or when they were sent by Yahuwah on an errand, or when they were going up to heaven.
Continue.
For Seth and his children, by reason of their own purity, heard and saw those angels. Then again, the garden was not far above them, but only some 15 spiritual cubits.
See? The same thing we're talking about. Another dimension. But it's not far from here. It says on the earth, but in another dimension. Continue.
Now 1 spiritual cubit answers to 3 cubits of man, although 45 cubits, altogether 45 cubits. Seth and his children dwelt on the mountain below the garden. They sowed not, neither did they reap. They wrought no food for the body, not even wheat, but only offerings. They ate of the fruit and of the trees well-flavored that grew on the mountain where they dwelt. Then Seth often fasted every 40 days, and did also his eldest children. For the family of Seth smelt the smell of the trees in the garden, when the wind blew that way.
This is how the Most High wants us in the end times. This is when He tells us to set yourself apart, to come out from among them. This is how He wants us to live. You see it? Continue.
They were happy, innocent, without sudden fear. There was no jealousy,
no evil action, no hatred among them. There was no animal passion.
For no mouth among them went forth either foul words or curse, neither evil counsel nor fraud. For the men of that time never swore, but under hard circumstances, when men must swear, they swore by the blood of Abel the just. But they constrained their children and their women every day in the cave to fast and pray, and to worship the Most High Yahuwah. They blessed themselves in the body of their father Adam, and anointed themselves with it. And they did so until the end of Seth drew near.
All right. So that is the righteous seed. And we read about the unrighteous one before. The unrighteous one was killing, secrets. If you break my secret, I kill you. That was their life. But the life of the righteous seed was straight dedication to the Most High. So let's go to the second book. The unrighteous seed of Cain lures the righteous seed of Seth. So unrighteousness does not like when righteousness thrives. Unrighteousness is always trying to pull the righteous into unrighteousness. Temptation after temptation is going to come from the unrighteous seed. Let's go to page 25, chapter 20. The unrighteous trying to lure the righteous to follow them. After Cain. You got it? Chapter 20, page 25. Tell me you got it. After Cain had gone down to the land of dark soil, and his children had multiplied therein, there was one of them whose name was Genom, son of Lamech the blind, who slew Cain. But as to this Genom, Satan came into him in his childhood, and he made sundry trumpets and horns and string instruments, cymbals and psalteries and lyres and harps and flutes, and he played on them at all times and at every hour. So these are musical instruments. Don't worry if you have these instruments or play these instruments, because these instruments are also mentioned in the Bible as being played. And when he played on them, Satan came into them, so that from among them were heard beautiful and sweet sounds that ravish the heart. This is the danger of music today, my people. Music is a great tool of Hasatan. There's a thin line with music. We have to know the power of music. You got it? Continue.
Then he gathered companies upon companies to play on them. And when they played, it pleased well the children of Cain, who inflamed themselves with sin among themselves, and burst as with fire,
Burned.
and burnt as with fire, while Satan inflamed their hearts, one with another, and increased lust among them.
Mm.
Satan also taught Jannon to bring strong drink out of corn, and this Jannon used to bring together companies upon companies in drink houses, and brought into their hands all manner of fruits and flowers, and they drank together.
So we see the beginning here of how we socialize in the modern time. Music, parties, drinking, sin, lust, everything is the same as in the days of Cain. That is why we go to clubs, drink, music, clubs.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing has changed. Continue, please.
Thus did this Jannon multiply sin exceedingly. He also acted with pride, and taught the children of Cain to commit all manner of the grossest wickedness, which they knew not, and put them up to manifold doings, which they knew not before. Then Satan, when he saw that they yielded to Canaan, and hearkened to him in everything he told them,
Rejoice gratefully. Continue.
increased Janan's understanding until he took iron, and with it made weapons of war.
So just as when you please Yahuwah, he baracks you with gifts and all sort of things. That's what Satan does, the same thing. He pleased him and said, this is my boy. I'm going to use him. Continue.
Then when they were drunk, hatred and murder increased among them. One man used violence against another to teach him evil, taking his children and defiling them before him.
All right, so we have the parties and we have the drinking and we have the fighting, the violence that comes with it. Nothing has changed, people. It's the same thing today. Continue.
And when men saw they were overcome, and saw others that were not overpowered, those who were beaten came to Canaan, took refuge with him, and he made them his confederates. Then sin increased among them greatly, until a man married his own sister, or daughter, or mother, and others, or daughters of his father's sister, so that there was no more distinction of relationship, and they no longer knew what is iniquity, but did wickedly, and the earth was defiled with sin, and they angered Yahuwah, the judge, who had created them. But Canaan gathered together companies upon companies that played on horns and on all the other instruments we have already mentioned, at the foot of the Kadosh mountain. And they did so in order that the children of Seth, who are on the Kadosh mountain, should hear it.
All right, so Genome gathered together companies and companies. What is the equivalent of that today? Playing music. What is the equivalent today? Concerts. Concert with a long list of people who are performing. They call them festivals, music festivals. Nothing has changed. And they did it to do what? To lure the righteous people. Continue.
But when the children of Seth heard the noise, they wondered, and came by companies, and stood on the top of the mountain, to look at those below. And they did thus a whole year.
So this is why we have to be careful of secular music. You see it? It is sent to lure us. And if we partake of it, it's only a matter of time before we can crumble to it. If we're not careful. Continue.
When at the end of that year, Canaan saw that they were being won over to him little by little, Satan entered into him and taught him to make dyeing, stuffs for garments of diverse patterns, and made him understand how to dye crimson and purple and whatnot.
All right, so we have the clothing now.
Yes.
Party clothing, party fashions. Yes. That's why when people are going to parties, you see them and then they take pictures of how wonderful they look, etc. Nothing has changed. Continue.
And the sons of Cain, who wrought all this, and shone in beauty and gorgeous apparel, gathered together at the foot of the mountain in splendor, with horns and gorgeous races, and horse races, committing all manner of abomination.
Horse races. Horse races. And today we have not horse racing, we have men racing as well. Sporting events. It's all a part of it. And in the sporting events, what do you have in college? You have the band playing. Nothing has changed. It all makes sense. Continue.
Meanwhile, the children of Seth, who were on the Kadosh mountain, prayed and praised Yahuah in the place of the host of angels who had fallen. Wherefore Yahuah had called them angels, because he rejoiced over them greatly.
But after this,
But after this, they no longer kept his commandments.
you see it? You see the physical world? You see the flesh, how easy it is. They are worshipping, praising Yahuah. Look at the life that Seth lived, that we just read in chapter 11. Look at the wonderful life that they lived. And what did it take? Just appeal to the flesh. Start playing music, drinking, parties, races. And then everybody just forget about Yahuah. Read verse 16, please.
But after this, they no longer kept his commandment, nor held by the promise he had made to their fathers, but they relaxed from their fasting and praying, and from the counsel of Jared their father. And they kept on gathering together on the top of the mountain to look upon the children of Cain from morning until evening, and upon what they did, upon their beautiful dresses and ornaments.
So how do they get us as believers? How do they get us as believers to lure us into this today? How do they do it? Somebody. Television. We say we are believers, but we have that television in our living room. This is the temptation. To look upon them from morning until evening, upon what they did, upon their beautiful dresses and ornaments. It all makes sense, doesn't it? That's why I said, no set apart person of the Most High should have a television in their house. None. Continue.
Then the children of Cain looked up from below and saw the children of Seth standing in troops on the top of the mountain, and they called to them to come down to them.
You see it? They are lowering the righteous. It's like unrighteousness does not like to see righteousness. They want to bring you into their unrighteousness. They're not saying, okay, you're righteous. Oh, that's nice. Live your life. No. They want you to come down in their unrighteousness. That is why people take drugs. Because people lure them. People just give them. They're smoking the marijuana. They say, you want to... Smoking the cocaine, hey, take a hit. They know the person is going to get addicted. They don't care. They want you to come down there with them. And this in the pistis Sophia, what is that? When you're in one realm and they want to pull you down into the lower realms, into darkness and chaos. Continue, please.
But the children of Seth said to them from above, "We do not know the way." Then Canaan, the son of Lamech, heard them say they did not know the way, and he bethought himself how he might bring them down. Then Satan appeared to him by night, saying, "There is no way for them to come down from the mountain on which they dwell. But when they come tomorrow, say to them, Come ye to the western side of the mountain. There you will find the way of a stream of water that comes down to the foot of the mountain, between two hills. Come down that way to us." Then when it was day, Canaan blew the horns and beat the drums below the mountain, as he was wont. The children of Seth heard it and came as they used to do.
Oh boy, big mistake.
So
Big.
they lowered them too. They trained them.
Yes.
When they hear.
When they hear the drum and they hear the horn. Outside the drum is a dangerous piece of instrument.
A lot of places, when they're advertising, they play music
Uh-huh.
to draw you.
Yep.
Wow. Nothing new.
Continue.
Then Canaan said to them from down below, Go to the western side of the mountain. There you will find the way to come down. But when the children of Seth heard these words from him, they went back into the cave to Jared to tell him all they had heard. Then when Jared heard it, he was grieved, for he knew that they would transgress his counsel. After this, 100 men from the children of Seth gathered together and said among themselves, Come, let us go down to the children of Cain and see what they do and enjoy ourselves with them.
Oh boy. Continue.
But when Jared heard this of the 100 men, his very soul was moved, and his heart was grieved. He then arose with great fervor, and stood in the midst of them, and adjured them by the blood of Abel the just, Let not one of you go down from this kadosh and pure mountain, in which our fathers have ordered us to dwell. But when Jared saw that they did not receive his words, he said unto them, O my good and innocent and kadosh children, know that when once you go down from this kadosh mountain, yahuah will not allow you to return again to it.
Yeah, so this is a principle here. When you're in holiness and you fall off, very, very difficult for you to return. Very difficult. And this reminds us of Pistis Sophia again. When you are somewhere and you fall off, because the what do you call it? The
Eons.
what do you call it? Satan, the self-willed, gonna pull you down below and make sure, try his very best to make sure you do not get up back. Allah will not allow you to turn again to it. Verse 27.
He again adjured them, saying, I adjure by the death of our father Adam, and by the blood of Abel, of Seth, of Enos, of Cain, and of Mahalalel, to hearken to me, and not to go down from this Kadosh mountain. For the moment you leave it, you will be reft of life and of mercy, and you shall no longer be called children of yahuah,
But children of the devil. And this term, children of the devil, is another thing again, because some people, right, when they say like you're of their father, the devil, they're actually saying that it is Satan's literal children. No. It is that Satan is your father by who you follow. Yahuah is our father. But if we follow the devil becomes our father. But they would not hearken to his word. Continue.
Enoch at that time was already grown up, and in his zeal for Allure, he arose and said, Hear me, O ye sons of Seth, small and great, when ye transgress the commandments of our fathers, and go down from this Kadosh mountain, ye shall not come up hither again forever. But they arose up against Enoch, and would not hearken to his words, but went down from the Kadosh mountain. And when they looked at the daughters of Cain, at their beautiful figures, and at their hands and feet dyed with color, and tattooed in ornaments on their faces, the fire of sin was kindled in them.
Oh boy.
Then Satan made them look most beautiful before the sons of Seth, as he also made the sons of Seth appear of the fairest in the eyes of the daughters of Cain, so that the daughters of Cain lusted after the sons of Seth like ravenous beasts, and the sons of Seth after the daughters of Cain, until they committed abomination with them.
We 33 now.
But after they had thus fallen into this defilement, they returned by the way they had come, and tried to ascend the Kadosh mountain, but they could not, because the stones of that Kadosh mountain were of fire flashing before them, by reason of which they could not go up again.
You see, the Most High, when you turn and you transgress his way, don't think you can just turn and go back and continue. He makes it harder, hard. Verse 34.
And Yahuah was angry with them, and repented of them, because they had come down from splendor, and had thereby lost or forsaken their own purity or innocence, and were fallen into the defilements of sin. Then Allure sent his word to Yared, saying, These thy children, whom thou didst call my children, behold, they have transgressed my commandment, and have gone down to the abode of perdition and of sin. Send a messenger to those that are left, that they may not go down and be lost.
All right. So, when they go down into this sin, Most High said they have gone into perdition. The Most High turns his back against them. Now, this is the principle of the righteous seed and the unrighteous seed. So, the seed of Cain, the unrighteous seed, and the seed of Seth, the righteous seed. Let's look at the righteous seed as it went down, the seed of Seth as it came down through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Let's go to Leviticus 26:42. Because Seth is the father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. What did I say? Leviticus 26:42. Let's look at the righteous seed as it remained.
Then I will remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Ishak, and also my covenant with Abraham will I remember, and I will remember the land.
So the Most High has a covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That is the righteous seed. That is the righteous seed as it remained, as it came down. We didn't have time to go through Pella and all of those, Terah, all of those fathers of Abraham. But it would take too long. I would have to go through too much things. So let's go to Exodus 19. Verses 3 to 6 to see the righteous seed through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
And Moses went up unto Eluah, and Yahuah called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Yasharal, Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle wings, and brought you unto myself.
The Egyptians, of course, are Hamites. So they would be the descendants of Cain. Continue.
Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me, above all people, for all the earth is mine.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests, and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak
Unto the children of yasharal. So the kingdom of priests, the holy nation, it is the children of yasharal. Now, in 1 Peter 2, this notion was repeated, but it was claimed that it is for Christians. We're going to show you that it is again still for the children of yasharal. 1 Peter 2, verse 9 onwards. Read, please.
But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and kadosh nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
So who are this chosen generation? 1 Peter 2:10.
Which in time past were not a people, but are now the people of Eluah, which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy.
So some Gentiles state this and says, which in time past were not a people, which means that in time past they were Gentiles, now they can be Israelites. But if we go to the book of Hosea chapter 1, you get the precept for this. We're going to come back to 1 Peter 2. Hosea chapter 1. I think it's about verse 10 or something. Coming, let me get the verse. Hosea chapter 1. Start at 9, sorry. Start at 9.
Then said Eluah, call his name Naomi, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your Eluah. Yet the number of the children of Yasharal shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them,
Ye are not my people,
there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living Eluah.
This is speaking to the children of Yasharal. So let's go back to 1 Peter 2 verse 9 when we realize it's speaking about Yasharal in verse 10. All right? Continuing verse 11. He's continuing the conversation here.
Dearly beloved, I beseech you, as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts, which war against the soul.
Having your conversation honest among the Gentiles. That means whomever he was speaking to was not what? Gentiles. If you're not Gentile, you're what? Israelite. So the priesthood is yasharal. So there's no nation that can say they call themselves yasharal. And if you want another matching verse to this, go to Isaiah 61. Start at verse 5.
And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
So the strangers and the sons of the plowmen of the alien are who? Gentiles. But what about the Israelites, verse 6?
But ye shall be named the priests of
The
Yahuah.
royal priesthood, the children of Yasharal.
Men shall call you the ministers of our yahuah. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their splendor shall ye boast yourselves.
There we go. There we go. All right. So, Etikan had a dream, which is forms the title of today. I'm gonna ask him to give us that dream. Let me set yourself straight here. The dream, that one about the only people that matter.
Okay.
Yeah, so Etikan had a dream, which was the inspiration for today's teaching. Go ahead, please.
Shalom, shalom, family. So this was the dream. So in the dream, I found myself walking with a group of people that I don't know, and I walked into a hallway type of place. And when I walked into this hallway, when I looked to my right, I saw Morpheus. So Morpheus is a character from the movie The Matrix. And just like in the movie The Matrix, he had his hands extended with a blue and a red bow. And I remember when I woke up from this dream, I was very worried because I never could remember which pill was the correct one to take. And all praises that it was the correct one. So Morpheus he had both his hands extended with a red and a blue pill. And then it was almost like I knew in the spirit that we were speaking about ancient knowledge and ancient power that was lost. And then I took a hold of the red pill, but the red pill was very old. It looked very, very old, like an ancient red pill. And then he told me that this is the last one. This is the last one. And then the pill was broken in two. And then it was given to someone else who I don't know in the dream, and I ate the other half. And then immediately after I ate the half, all of a sudden I had two guns in my hands, and me and the other person who took this pill, and we were just shooting like it was like a rage. Like we just started shooting everything that was in our path, shooting down people, shooting down people. But then I noticed after some time that as we were shooting, it even though it looked like we were just like rampaging and shooting through everyone, we were strategically shooting down certain people, and others were allowed to escape. And then all of a sudden, after that rampage and shooting, the dream kind of morphed into another part, and it was like I was being spoken to, and I saw a white lady, and she was in a red dress, a flowy red dress, but her shoulders and her back were bare, and on the back of her neck was a tattoo that was there on her exposed back. And she was kind of like spinning, kind of like aimlessly, like kind of like she was in a daze, like just spinning round and round in a red dress. And then this person who I was with was speaking about this white lady as she was spinning, but she was speaking about the humans. So the part that was very weird is that she spoke of the white lady, she called the lady human, like we ourselves were not humans. So it was like she was speaking about humans in third person. And I don't remember what she was saying about the humans, but it was just something about humans. And then all of a sudden, the dream morphed to the last part of the dream, which was the most significant part, where while we were still speaking about humans and everything like that, we were brought to a tree, a very, very large tree. And this tree had a huge roots that was coming out of it, like a very, very large root. And as we were there we were speaking about humans, all of a sudden another character from the Matrix all of a sudden came through and barged through this meeting. The character's name is Trinity, and she came in holding a bucket of brown paint, but she came in like almost like she was aggravated, like with this whole meeting. And she took this brown paint and she poured it on the roots of the tree, and then she said, "These are the only people that matter." And she's almost said it aggressively. And she poured it on the roots of this tree, and then she said, "These are the only people that matter." And immediately after she said that, I woke up.
And so, what do you think it means?
So from what I got from the dream, Well, the other parts of it mean a lot of other things, but I think the last part of it was very,
Mhm.
very significant because when the dream was speaking about humans, it was speaking, there was the white lady who was spinning in a dress aimlessly, and it was kind of like we're observing them in third person. And then the discussion about humans continued all the way to the ending of the dream, where we stood in front of a huge tree with a huge root, and of which Trinity barged in as if the discussion was aimless, and then she poured brown paint on the roots, saying that these are the only people that matter.
Mhm.
So for me, it was just showing that it is the brown people that matter, because
Mhm.
that's who she poured the bucket of paint on. She put it on the roots. And we know the root is the beginning of all things. That's where the tree also starts from.
Mhm.
And she said, those are the only people that matter.
All right. The only people that matter. And let's go to Ezra chapter 10, when the children of Yasharal were going out of Babylon, going back into the land. When they were mingled, they found that they were mingled with the people of the other nations, how they separated themselves from them, and how it was a great, great problem to be mixed with the people of the other nation. What we're going to look at is the seed of Yasharal and how important it is for the seed to be kept apart as well. Ezra 10, start at verse 1.
Now when Ezra had prayed, and when he had confessed,
Yeah? Oh, yeah, sorry. Continue.
weeping and casting himself down before the house of Alua, they assembled unto him out of Yasharal a very great congregation of men and women and children, for the people wept very sore. And
Shekaniah.
Shechaniah the son of Jehiel, one of the sons of Elam, answered and said unto Ezra, we have trespassed against our Alua, and have taken strange wives of the people of the land. Yet now there is hope in Yasharal concerning this thing. Now therefore, let us make a covenant with our Alua, to put away all the wives, and such as are born of them, according to the counsel of my master, and of those that tremble at the commandment of our Alua, and let it be done according to the law. Arise, for this matter belongeth unto thee. We also will be with thee. Be of good courage, and do it. Then arose Ezra, and made the chief priests, the Levites, and all Yasharal, to swear that they should do according to this word, and they swore.
All right. So they separated themselves from the other nations. Now, your mother also had a dream. She's not here. The dream about you mingle with them, you will serve them. All right. Can you give us that dream, please?
Okay,
You remember it? Um, I was trying to find it on here. I don't think trying to find it and I couldn't find it.
let me go. Let me go ask her. I'll come back.
All right. All right. So we're trying to remember a dream that would really match up with what is happening. Let's look at the righteous priesthood coming from the seed of Noah. So we're going to go backwards to show the flow of the righteous priesthood through Shem, through Seth, and through Noah. And then through Shem coming down. So the righteous priesthood, seed of Noah, this is in the writings of Abraham. And this is verse 5. I don't remember which chapter. Therefore I will send in the floods upon the earth, but thou and thy seed will I preserve through the flood, for I will send mine angel to instruct thee in the building of an ark wherein ye shall be saved. Behold, I shall establish thy seed before me forever, and I will spread them abroad over the earth as numerous as the sand of the seashore. Thy seed shall not cease as long as the earth shall stand, but through thee and thy priesthood, which shall be preserved in thy seed, shall all nations be blessed. So there is a priesthood that is to be preserved through Noah's seed. And that priesthood came through Noah and through Shem and goes right down to Abraham, Isaac, on to Jacob. Okay? So let's look at Jacob, the set apart seed. Deuteronomy 7 verse 6. The only people that matter. Mikhail, can you read for me, please? Deuteronomy 7 verse 6.
For thou art an set apart people unto Yahuah thy Elohah. Yahuah thy Elohah hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Yahuah did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because Yahuah loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath Yahuah brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
All right, so he has chosen Yasharal to be a set apart people, special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. All right, so you got the dream now. So we're going to tell the dream that also is in line with this. The only people that mattered, they're kind of matched up with the dream that Etikan had about the white woman, etc.
Shalom, family. So these are actually it's two dreams that my mom had that were relevant to my own. So she said that I can share both of them. The first one that she saw, it was like the assembly was walking through the wilderness, and as we were walking through the wilderness, we were almost kind of lost. And then all of a sudden, we were joined by multiple people, people of all races, so white people, Indian people, even black people, but they were like of a different type of nature than ourselves. So as they were all joined with us in the wilderness there, we were mingled with them. And then all of a sudden a voice spoke and said that you have trusted in them and you've mingled yourself with them. Therefore, you will serve them.
Yeah.
And that was the dream.
Hey! You see? I want you people to see that nothing has changed. And we did some videos about 2+ years ago about not mingling our seed, and people came down hard. Oh, you think that this and that and that. Nothing has changed. Yahuah does not change. Do not mingle your seed. You have mingled yourself with them, therefore you shall serve them. And we are looking at this end time when nations will be serving us. The Most High says if you mingle with them, you are going to serve them. They are not going to serve you. You are going to serve them. The only seed that matters. Go ahead, you have the other one.
Yes. And then the last one that my mom had, it was like she was in a butchery. And in this butchery was a long line, but she was the only person of color in this butchery. Everyone in this butchery was Caucasian. And so she was holding a packet of meat, and then she was standing in this line, and she was walking to go check out, to go pay for the meat. And each time she would reach the cashier would send her back, and then she'd go to the back of the line, and then she'd start the line all over again. And then she'd walk again, stand in the line, then get to the cashier, then the cashier would send her back. And then the third time that this happened, she got irritated, and but she went to the back nonetheless. And then all of a sudden, there was a door to her side. And then when she looked to the door, there was a black man there who was calling her over. And then she went over to the black man, and then the man asked her, "What are you doing in that place? What are you doing in this place?" And then she said, "I'm just trying to buy. I'm just trying to buy meat." And then the man completely ignored what she said, and then she said, "Where are the people? Where are the people of the land? Where are my people?" And then the man kind of lifted up his sleeves, and then he rubbed his skin, and he was of a very dark complexion. The man said, "Where are the people of the land? Where are my people?"
Mhm. The only people that matter. The only people that matter. Let me get this thing back up. Hold up, please. You see, people, it does matter who you are. And it does matter what you look like, yes? I can't get the camera to work. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, so let's look at, we looked at the righteous seed through Noah. So the world was made for this set apart seed. 2nd Ezra 6:55. The world was made for this set apart seed. Today is a day of trouble. 6:55. Can you read it, please?
All this have I spoken before you, O Yahuwah, because you made the world for our sakes. As for the other nations, which also come
Oh,
of
no. I think, let me see that. You made the world for our sakes. That's all we want. That Yahuwah made the world for our sakes. And this is speaking about yasharal. 1 Chronicles 16:34. So we have to emphasize that we're not talking about the mercy of the Most High. His mercy is upon the other nations that he will give them opportunity to partake. But it's really the only people who matter, the children of yasharal. Now, just bear with us when we're going through this because we have to prove the end, what the nations are doing in the end. You might think, where are we going with this? We are going to what the nations are doing in the end. This that we're saying is very important to the plan in the end that we have to understand. So Yahuwah will have mercy on who we will have mercy. 1 Chronicles 16:34, you got it? Go ahead.
Oh, give thanks unto Yahuwah, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever.
His mercies endure forever. So his mercy is going to be accessible by other nations. But how his mercy will play out, that is another thing to get. But this mercy that he will have, his mercy will always be on the children of Yasharal. Isaiah 14 verse 1. So while he's having mercy on the nations, his primary mercy will be on the only people that matter. Isaiah 14:1.
For Yahuwah will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose yasharal, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
All right. So this is his mercy, to let the strangers cleave to us. But he will yet choose Yasharal. And if we go into verse 2, it tells us that they will serve the children of Yasharal. Now, all of this is because of the priesthood. The priesthood is with Yasharal. This is why they are the people that matters. It's because of the priesthood. The righteous priesthood and the unrighteous priesthood. The righteous priesthood is all that matters. And that is why it is a crime to defile the seed, because the righteous priesthood is determined by DNA. It is who you are. It's your heritage. It's the seed, the literal seed. And don't let anybody tell you about spiritual seed. It's the literal seed that matters. Let's go to the book of Jubilees, chapter 30. The literal seed must be preserved clean. Read from verses 1 to 4, please. Jubilees 30. Verse 4. Yeah. 1 to 4, sorry.
And in the first year of the 6th week, he went up to Shalem, to the east of Shechem, in peace, in the 4th month. And there they carried off Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, into the house of Shechem, the son of Hamor, and Shebi, the prince of the land. And he lay with her and defiled her. And she was a little girl, a child of 12 years. And he besought his father and her brothers that she might be given to him to be his woman. And Jacob and his sons were wroth because of the men of Shechem, for they had defiled Dinah their sister. And they spoke to them with evil intent, and dealt deceitfully with them, and beguiled them.
Mm-hmm.
And Shimeon and Levi came unexpectedly to Shechem, and executed judgment on all the men of Shechem, and slew all the men whom they found in it, and left not a single one remaining in it. They slew all in torment, because they had dishonored their sister Dinah.
All right. Because they had dishonored their sister Dinah. Now, we're going to see the real reason for this is because they defiled the seed. They defiled the virgin of Yasharal, but they also defiled the seed. Now, Levi was zealous to execute this judgment. And in his zeal to execute this judgment, guess what? He was rewarded by the Most High and aided by angels to go and wipe out these people. So Levi was zealous to preserve the seed of Yasharal and was rewarded by the Most High with an everlasting priesthood. Testament of Levi, page 20, 4.2 to 5.4. Read it, please. The Alyon.
The Alon has given heed to your prayer, that you be delivered from wrongdoing, that you should become a son to him, as minister and priest in his presence.
This was an angel speaking to Levi when he was taken up into the Shamayim to meet the Most High, just a little bit before he executed judgment on the children of Shechem. Go ahead.
The light of knowledge you shall kindle in Jacob, and you shall be as the sun for all the prosperity of Yasharal. Blessing shall be given to you and to all your posterity, until through his son's compassion, yahuah shall visit all the nations forever.
Although your
sons will lay hands on him in order to impale him.
They put in that, all right. 4:5.
Therefore, counsel and understanding have been given to you, so that you might give understanding to your sons concerning this.
Mm-hmm.
Because those who bless him shall be blessed, those who curse him shall be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
At this moment, the angel opened for him the gates of Shamayim, and I saw the Kadosh Aluan sitting on the throne.
This was a little before he executed judgment, and the Most High brought him and said, all right, my boy, you're going to destroy Shechem because they defiled the seed of Yasharal. Come in my presence. I want to see you. I'm honoring you because of what you're about to do. It is like that is what the Most High is doing. Not what he said, but it is like. Continue.
And he said to him, Levi, to you I have given the blessing of the priesthood, until I shall come and dwell in the midst of Yasharal. Then the angel led me back to the earth,
and gave me a shield and a sword,
and said to me, perform vengeance on Shechem, for the sake of Dinah, your sister, and I shall be with you, for Yahuwah sent me.
You see it? The angel helped him to execute judgment for defiling the seed, for defiling her sister, and by extension, defiling the seed. Continue.
At that time I put an end to the sons of Hamor, as it is written in the tablets of the fathers.
All right. I want us to understand that. Execute judgment for spoiling the seed. The Most High is well pleased. So there's no mixing of the set apart seed. Jubilees 30, verse 5 to 18. No mixing. Of the set apart seed. Read from verse 5, please.
And thus let it not again be done from henceforth that a daughter of Yasharal be defiled. For judgment is ordained in heaven against them, that they should destroy with the sword all the men of the Shechem, because they had wrought shame to Yasharal. And Yahuwah delivered them into the hands of the sons of Jacob, that they might exterminate them with the sword and execute judgment upon them, and that it might not thus again be done in Yasharal, that a virgin of Yasharal should be defiled.
So there are reasons they are given for the destruction. And some people will focus on it is, oh, because he defiled the virgin. Oh, it is because such and such. But verse 7 tells us, point blank, do not mix the seed with them. Go ahead.
And if there is any man who wishes in Yasharal to give his daughter or his sister to any man who is of the seed
of the
other
Gentiles,
nations,
ye shall surely die.
and they shall stone him with stones, for he has brought shame in Yasharal. And they shall burn the woman with fire, because she has dishonored the name of the house of her father, and she shall be rooted out of Yasharal.
No, sir. Don't give them to the seed of the Gentiles. That is why you see them trying to have mixed marriage, and mixed marriage seem to be the thing. And you have people on Facebook showing mixed marriage, what you call them? Live, showing us into the lives of mixed marriage couples, how they are loving and all this and that. Don't be fooled. Wickedness, evil. Verse 8.
And let not an adulteress and no uncleanness be found in Yasharal throughout all the days of the generations of the earth.
For yasharal is kadosh unto Yahuwah,
and every man who has defiled it shall surely die. They shall
stone him with stone. You see, that is the seed that's important. The Most High says you have brought shame. Shame. He says they shall burn the woman with fire. Continue.
They shall stone him with stones, for thus has it been ordained and written in the heavenly tablets regarding all the seed of Yasharal. He who defiles it shall surely die, and he shall be stoned with stones. And to this Torah there is no limit of days,
and no remission, nor any atonement.
But the man who has defiled his daughter shall be rooted out of the midst of Yasharal, because he has given of
his seed to Moloch,
and wrought impiously,
so as to defile it. You see, it's all about the seed. You have given off your seed. When you mix with the Gentiles, it says you have given off your seed to Moloch. Man, oh man. And it says you have defiled your daughter by giving her to the Gentiles. Continue, please.
And do you, Moshe, command the children of Yasharal, and exhort them not to give their daughters to the other nations, and not to take for their sons any of the daughters of the other nations, for this is abominable before Yahuwah.
All right. Continue.
For this reason I have written for you in the words of the Torah all the deeds of the Shechem, which they wrote against Dinah, and how the sons of Jacob spoke, saying, We will not give our daughters to a man who is uncircumcised, for that were a reproach unto us, and it is a reproach to yasharal, to those who live, and to those that take the daughters of the other nations. For this is unclean and abominable to
yasharal.
And yasharal will not be free from this uncleanness if it has a woman of the daughters of the other nations, or has given any of its daughters to a man who is of any of the other nations.
So tell me something now. Going into Zion now, are you telling me now that everything has changed now and you can have mixed race people going into Zion? No, that's what I want you to tell me. What has changed? Read verse 14 again.
And yasharal will not be free from this uncleanness if it has a woman of the daughters of the other nations, or has given any of its daughters to a man who is of any of the other nations.
Any of his daughters. That means if there's even only one mixed couple in Yasharal, the whole nation is going to suffer. It's going to be like when Achan, when they were going into Ai, and Achan took off the accursed thing. And when they did what they were to do to find out who it was, it says, Yasharal had sinned. One man has sinned, and Yasharal had sinned. It's the same way. One mixed race, and the whole nation will be in sin. Continue.
For there will be a plague upon plague, and curse upon curse, and every judgment and plague and curse will come.
If he does this thing,
if he does this thing,
or hide his eyes from those
who commit uncleanness, or those who defile the sanctuary of yahuah, or those who profane his kadosh name, then will the whole nation together be judged for all the uncleanness and profanation of this man.
There we go. So if we even turn our eyes away from it, we're going to suffer. That is why we tell people, know your tribe. You have to know your tribe before you enter. Because it's not all skin folk or kin folk, as they say. Not everybody who looks black are yasharal. So you have to know whether you're going in as a Gentile or you're going in as yasharal. You have to know whether you are of the set apart seed or if you are one of the nations who are going in to serve them. Yeah? No mixing. Continue.
And there will be no respect of persons, and no consideration of persons, and no receiving at his hands of fruits and offerings, and ascending smoke offerings, and fat, nor the fragrance of sweet savor, so as to accept it. And so fare every man or woman in Yasharal who defiles the sanctuary.
So you can't even make a sacrifice. Yeah? You cannot even make a sacrifice to atone for it. That's how serious it is. Notice how many things it tells you that you cannot override this. Very, very serious thing. The only people that matter. And once again, we just read about Levi. Let's read about what's this doing here? Oh. Let's read about Phinehas now. It's another Levite who was zealous for the seed and was actually rewarded. Again, reward for defending the seed. Numbers 25, verses 6. Start at verse 6. Numbers, Bemidbar 25.
And behold, one of the children of Yasharal came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses, and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Yasharal, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And when Phinehas the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it. He rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand. And he went after the man of Yasharal into the tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Yasharal and the woman through her belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Yasharal. And those that died in the plague were 20 and 4,000.
Mm-hmm. And then the Most High rewarded another Levite again for being zealous for going against the mixing of seeds. Go again.
And Yahuwah spake unto Moses, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, hath turned my wrath away from the children of Yasharal, while he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consumed not the children of Yasharal in my jealousy. Wherefore say, Behold, I give unto him
My covenant of
peace,
Mm-hmm.
and he shall have it, and his seed after him, even the covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his allure, and made an atonement for the children of Yasharal.
There we go. He was zealous to preserve the seed of Yasharal. All right? So we're just talking about the set apart seed there. But between last week and a few weeks before, we were speaking about spiritual things. We were looking at the Pistis Sophia. We were looking at how people got here, how souls were sent back, were used again for another person. So another person will get the souls of another person. So let's go now to the New Testament. We're going to join everything together. We're going to see later on, Yahuwah willing. Do not leave, please. So the disciples, like Hamashiach, are not of this world. It's important to know. Because when Etikan got the dream, he got the dream about the difference with humans and us as if we were different people from them. John 15:26-27. Hamashiach told us that the disciples were with him from the beginning. From the beginning. But when was the beginning? John 15:26-27. But when the Comforter,
But when the Comforter is come, whom I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth, which proceedeth from the Father, he shall testify of me, and ye also shall bear witness, because ye have been with me from the beginning.
all right, so this from the beginning might seem, all right, from the beginning of my ministry, you were with me. But we're going to show that it has far deeper spiritual implications than that if we go to John 17:15-16 now.
I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil.
They are not of the world.
Even as I am not of the world.
They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. We're going to show you that the righteous seed is more than righteous seed from in this dispensation. That the righteous seed comes from things that are happening in the spiritual realm. That is why it's so important. The children of Yasharal, us today, are the spiritual realms made into this natural realm. Hopefully we'll see more when we go along. So not of this world. The souls of the disciples and their incarnation. Pistis Sophia, page 43. I think we've looked at it before. Page 43 of 245. Hold on, please. Yeah, page 43 of 245. of the souls of the disciples and their incarnation. Can you read it, please?
For this cause have I chosen you, verily from the beginning through the first mystery.
There we go already. What did Hamashiach say? You have been with me from the when?
The beginning.
So the natural person would read it and say, you've been with me from the beginning. That means from I started preaching, you were there with me. Nah, it's further than that. For this cause have I chosen you verily from the beginning through the first mystery. Continue.
Rejoice then and exult. For when I set out for the world, I brought from the beginning with me 12 powers.
When I set out for the world, I brought from the beginning, you were there with me from the beginning, and I brought 12 powers with me. And what happened?
As I have told you from the beginning, which I have taken from the 12 saviors of the treasury of the light, according to the command of the first mystery. These then I cast into the womb of your mothers when I came into the world. That is those which
are in your bodies today. So we have the spiritual world and we have the natural world. He took it out of the spiritual world and he put it in the natural world, and the spiritual became natural and the natural manifested the spiritual. So they were with him from the beginning. This is why we're telling you that yasharal manifested today is, I don't know what to call it. That's why it had in his dream this definition between humans and the other people. And us. Because we are not of this world. It's all funny. We are not of this world. No, I'm not laughing. I don't even know what to say. It sounds so funny to say. That's why I have to laugh. We are not of this world. That's why the world says we are what? What did Shaul say? We are in this world, not what? Which precept?
About that. You just gave more.
Oh, they asked for it and they got it.
Yep.
We are in this world, but we are not of this world. And we looked at it only meaning one way, but now we see it. All praises to the Most High. Continue then. These then I cast into the woman. No. For these powers have been given unto you. You got it?
These then I cast into the wombs of your mother when I came into the world. That is those which are in your bodies today. For these powers have been given unto you before the whole world, because ye are they
who will save the whole world.
And that ye may be able to endure the threat of the rulers of the world, and the pains of the world, and its dangers, and all its persecutions, which the rulers of the heights will bring upon you. For many times have I said unto you that I have brought the power in you out of the 12 saviors, who are in the treasury of the light. For which cause I have said unto you, indeed,
from the beginning, that you are not of the world.
I also am not of it.
Continue.
For all men who are in the world have gotten their souls out of the power of the rulers of the aeons.
But the power which is in you?
But the power which is in you is from me. Your souls belong to the height. I have brought 12 powers of the 12 saviors of the treasury of the light, taking them out of the portion of my power, which I did first receive. And when I had set forth the world, I came into the midst of the rulers of the sphere.
All right, we finished with that. We don't want to go into that. All right, so not of this world. So here's another one now. Yahusha in heaven whilst on the earth. Is that possible? John 3:13. John 3:13.
And no man hath ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from heaven,
Even the Son of Man, which is in heaven. How many times have you looked at that verse and tried to solve it and figure it out? How many times have you looked at that verse and said, what is he actually saying? Son of Man, which is in heaven, and he's there speaking to them, and he's still in heaven? The Gospel of Bartholomew, page 5 of 24, verse 31, I think, gives the understanding of this. And it reads, you don't have it, do you?
No.
Bartholomew said unto him, Master, this is a Yahusha is speaking to, Master, when thou wast with us teaching the word, didst thou receive the sacrifices in paradise? Yahusha answered and said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, my beloved, that I both taught the word with you and continually sat with my Father and received the sacrifices in paradise every day.
Mm.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Even the Son of Man, which is in heaven. So when he was speaking at that time, he was also in Shamayim, in the Ruach. In the natural realm, he was here. But in the Ruach, he was there. Don't ask me to explain that. How it's done, because I am not the Most High. But it is what it says. But some people are of this world, unlike Hamashiach and his disciples and others. Some are of this world. John 8:23.
And he said unto them, Ye are from beneath,
I am from above. Ye are of this world. I am not of this world. So some people here on earth are of this earth, from beneath, not from above. And we get this understanding from the earthly versus the heavenly. 1 Corinthians 15:47 to I think it's 54. I think that is written wrongly. 1 Corinthians 47. 1 Corinthians 15:47. Hold on for me, please, because my verse 47.
The first man is of the earth, earthy. The second man is the master from heaven.
So you have the earthly man, and we have the man, the master from Shamayim. Some are of this earth, and some are not. Verse 48.
As is the earthy, such are they also that are earthy.
And as is
the
heavenly, such are
they also
that are heavenly. So there are some people here on earth who are earthy, and there are some who are heavenly. Verse 49.
And as we have borne the image of the earthy, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly.
So we bear the image of the earthly because we have had an earthly birth, and we have a natural birth going through. But we can go back to that heavenly stage by repenting and taking on Yahushua HaMashiach. Then we can have the opportunity to be transformed back into the heavenly. Verse 50.
Now, This I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahuah, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed.
Mm-hmm.
In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trump shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality.
There's coming a time when the people of the Most High are going to be changed out into their heavenly bodies. They will put away the earthly and be transformed into the heavenly bodies. Yeah? Because we are not of this earth. Verse 53.
For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality.
Okay, that we can have it there. So there's a heavenly people in the end that is spoken about. Those who will be transformed at the appearance of a Mashiach. These are those who they say, when they speak about rapture, these are the people who are going to be so-called raptured. The 144,000. I call it the heavenly 144,000 who will be sealed. Revelation 7 verses 2 to 4.
And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living Yahuah. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our Yahuah in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and they were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of yasharal.
Now let's look at the 144,000 in Revelation 14. Revelation 14:1, we will see them in their spiritual bodies here. Spiritual.
And I looked, and lo, a Lamb stood on the Mount Sion, and with him 144,000, having their father's name written in their forehead. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps.
So we're going to show where they will be singing and showing that they will have their heavenly bodies. 144,000 redeemed, but they will be able to go into the heavens. Verse 3.
And they sang as it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song, but the 144,000, which were redeemed from the earth.
All right, these are those who they say were raptured. So those are the heavenly 144,000 who are not of this earth. Now we have been speaking for the past few weeks of the different fathers returning to the earth. And Abraham was prophesied to be on the earth in the end. Because remember, we're looking at the generations. And the reason we're looking at Abraham is that we know people are going to say, the only seed that matters, yasharal. But what about Abraham? What about Isaac? What about Enoch? What about Enoch? Those people, they were not Israelites. We're going to see how they will partake in the end. Genesis 15:13 to 14.
And he said unto Abraham, Know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance.
So Genesis 13:14 is by extension referring to the end times today. And in the book of the writings of Abraham, I think it is chapter 32, it speaks and tells us that Abraham will be among those people who will be the end time generation of those in captivity. Therefore, hear, O Abraham, and see, lo, thy seventh generation shall go with thee. How is Abraham's seventh generation to go with Abraham? How? Abraham must return. And they shall go out into a strange land, and they shall enslave them, and evil entreat them, as it were an hour of the age of unrighteousness. But the nation whom they shall serve, I will judge, as if an hour. So it's taking about that whole long time is when Abraham will go with them. And Abraham will go with them in the end time, in the latter days, just like the rest of the servants of the Most High. So Abraham is with us today. Enoch is with us today. Elijah is with us. You name it. All of the stars, they are here for the big movie. All of them are here today. And people do not know who they are. People don't know them. And of course, these people will be in people who have been sinners or who were sinners, but who have turned to the Most High. These people will or may not know who they are. So let's look at the promise to Abraham's seed, because we're going to use Abraham as an example to show how the Most High will use the patriarchs in the end, how he will place them to partake of the promises. Because what we're going to show, let me just tell you what we're going to show. We're going to show you Abraham, in order to partake in these end times and enter in, he will enter in with his people. It says, thy seventh generation shall go with thee. So if his seventh generation goes with him, what's going to happen? He has to go with yasharal, because yasharal is the end time generation that is going to be saved. So Abraham has to find himself in a tribe, because understand how the souls are put in men. They are put in men regardless of the DNA. Think about it. Regardless of the DNA. So, Abraham's parents could be from whichever one of the tribe, but they are Israelites. So they are a righteous seed. Abraham's soul will be placed in those righteous seeds. They will be Israelites from different tribes, but now Abraham is in them. So Abraham will find his way into Zion along with them, being with their seed. We're going to show you. So the promise is to Abraham's seed. The book of Genesis 13:14 to 16, we just looked at it. Read it again, please.
And Yahuwah said unto Abraham, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up now thine eyes, and look from the place where thou art, northwards, and southwards, and eastwards.
Oh, sorry, I don't have it on the screen. Sorry about that. Sorry, people, I don't have it on the screen. Genesis 13:14. Read it again, please.
And Yahuwah said unto Abraham, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up now thine eyes, and look from the place where thou art, northward, and southward, and eastward, and westward. For all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it,
And to thy seed forever.
And I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth, so that if any man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered.
Thy seed also be numbered. So Abraham has to go in through his seed. Something is yeah. So remember, Yasharal is the one seed of promise. Romans 9 verses 16. Verse what did I say? 6 to 16. Romans 9 verse 6 to 16. One seed of promise is yasharal. Go ahead, please.
Not as though the word of yahuah had taken none effect, for they are not all yasharal which are of yasharal.
Because there's only a righteous seed that are of yasharal. Not all are of yasharal, only the righteous seed. Verse 7, continue, please.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Yishak shall thy seed be called. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of yahuah, but the children of promise are counted for thy seed.
All right. So it's not the children of flesh. So Abraham, Father Abraham, had many sons. Had many sons as Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. So yes, let's pray. So Father Abraham had many sons. But it's only through Isaac. That's where the promise is. Continue in verse 9.
For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Yishak, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of yahuah according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth.
So election is the election of Yasharal. Not because of what you have done, but because Yahuwah's mercy. And he chose us for a righteous priesthood. Verse 12.
It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
As it is written,
Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
but Esau have I hated. So, look at the seed again now. You're seeing something through the seed here. Look at it. Before they were born, the Most High said he hated them.
The same way he said Cain was perdition before he was born.
Yes. And Cain was the son of perdition before he was born. We cannot only speak about what's happening in the natural realm, people. There's a thing that happened in the spiritual realm way before that. So Esau is not by chance. It's not by chance that he hates Esau. Verse 14.
What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with yahuah?
All right, so let's not get into that. We just want to show here that through Abraham, it's through one seed, Jacob. So for Abraham to enter in the end time, Abraham cannot be not any tribe because the promise is to him through his tribe, through his seed. Let me continue. So, the pre-Yasharal saints will join themselves to Yasharal. The book of Hanok, 104:11 to 105:2. So people like Hanok and Abraham will join themselves to Yasharal. 104:12. That books will be given to the righteous. You don't have it. Then I know another mystery, that books will be given to the righteous and wise and will be a source of joy and truth and much wisdom as is happening to us today. Notice the joy. So when we laugh, it is not, we're not mocking anybody. We are just enjoy as to what we're getting from these books. And books will be given to them, and they will believe in them and rejoice over them. And all the righteous who have learned from them all the ways of truth will be glad. Which is why Zimra is over there grinning her teeth while it's while we're doing this. And in those days, says Yahuwah, they shall call and testify to the sons of the earth about the wisdom in them. Show it to them,
Mm.
for you are their leaders, and the rewards will be over all the earth. For my son and I will join ourselves with them. With them who? The children of Yasharal. Forever in the paths of uprightness during their life. It's the children of Yasharal will be on the earth in the end time rejoicing over this. Enoch is saying that he and his sons will be there rejoicing with them.
Mm-hmm.
So when Abraham comes, when Enoch comes, when who else from those old days? Methuselah comes. Noah.
Mm-hmm.
When all those men come, they will come and be Yasharal. They will be from a tribe of Yasharal. Because Yahuah will yet have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Yasharal and set them in their own land.
Mm.
So Abraham and other patriarchs must enter through the seed of Yasharal. So the nations know this, and let's have a little talk now.
Mm.
The nations know this, and so they are trying to corrupt our seed.
Yeah.
They know that it's about the D to the N to the A. They know that these people are going to be coming back. So what do? Mixed race marriage to corrupt our seed.
Mm.
That is one of the biggest promotions today. Mixed race marriage. Another big thing is abortions.
Mm.
Another thing that they do, you see this DNA test, people, if you have done it before, don't do it again. You are giving the nations, the wicked Gentiles, your DNA. When they study your DNA, they can do all sorts of things with it. They have weapons that they have that can target certain DNAs. I've heard about that. Yeah? And not only that, they're going to know who you are. And they can target you. And they can do all sorts of things. There are so many things that these technologies that they have. Yeah? But the greatest weapon they have in the end time is the mark of the beast, mRNA injection. That's why they gave us, we're trying, letting you make sense of what is happening. They know all of these things that we just said. So what do? Get an mRNA injection to alter the DNA, to make it into a triple helix DNA, 666 DNA, Satan's DNA. Mark it with Satan's mark, yeah? And so corrupt the people of the Most High. So when Enoch comes on the earth and doesn't know that he's Enoch, Enoch, before he awakens, he runs and he goes and he takes the injection. It is their intent, not knowing that not even that can stop the Most High. If you are out there and you have taken this injection, you see, if you really truly repent and really give up on this world, you have a chance, trust me. All is not lost. If you are like me with everything, I don't give up. I don't give up, especially with the Most High. When the Most High shut the door in my face, I am not giving up. Don't give up. Don't let anybody tell you that if you take it, that's it for you. Eh? Mercy triumphs over judgment as long as you truly repent. What did we say earlier about the Most High? His mercies endure forever. We have no idea how merciful the Most High is. You have no idea. Yes, if you get him really angry and out and he locks the door, that door is locked. But never ever stop knocking at that door. Hamashiach told you in a parable when he said, the woman who comes and keeps bugging the judge. And the judge says, no, I don't fear any yahuah or man. But this woman keeps bugging me. Let me give her what she wants. Yeah? Never give up. Anyway, this mark of the beast DNA altering injection is meant to kill the seed. So they give us a resulting beast system. Revelation 13 it is in. You can read it for yourself. We know it by heart. Which includes the mark of the beast. So the beast system, let me look at the components of the beast system. The components of the beast, Revelation 13 beast system, is the mark of the beast DNA altering injection. This is to corrupt the seed. These people know that people are coming on this earth. They know what is coming. And they know that their world is being threatened. That is why they're setting up a one world order. A one world order when they have all the power in this world. And no power in this world can come against them. And not only that, it is a prison system whereby they have everything under their control. They know what you think. They know what they... If they can know what you think, with their mind, brain machine interface technology, if they can know what you think and they want to go a step further by introducing Elon Musk's brain chip to understand, study and understand what you are thinking, then if you think anything, yasharal, or anything that they think might threaten them, then you are in trouble. So they have the injection. And the injection is to put a device inside of you. That device, they can track you. They can know certain things about you. They can monitor you. They know your exact location. They know everything about you. You are actually in a prison in your body. The other component of the system is the number of his name. The digital ID that they are proposing worldwide. And I'm so happy that many people today are now wary of the... I'm so happy. When I go and so many people are talking about this digital and beware of the digital, I was shocked. Because I was saying, boy, when we were speaking about the mark of the beast injection, so many people turned against us. I said, when they are now just going to get a number, how are we going to convince these people? But now I'm seeing that many people now realize, because I've been speaking for years, and they now realize that it's not a conspiracy theory anymore. The things that they told us were conspiracy theories is actually reality. Many people are realizing. So we have the injection, which is Revelation 13:17. We have the number of his name from Revelation 13:17. Now, the injection is to put that device inside of you. The number of his name is that number which is your identity on the system. So when they put in your number, your file comes up with everything about you. Now, when your file comes up, they are going to know whether or not you took that in any of the injections. They're going to know where you went yesterday, everything about you, every single thing. Imagine going to the store and they know every intimate detail about you. You see why the Most High has to cut us off if we do it? They're going to know every single thing. You are going to have no privacy whatsoever. Then the other component of the system is the image of the beast. Hamashiach said, if any man worship the beast and his image, the image of his beast of the beast is artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is that backbone. It is that communication backbone that will carry everything in the system. And the host will be a quantum computer to control the system. So artificial intelligence is what's going to take, as soon as they put in the number, artificial intelligence will go from to the central computer, get the data, whatever it is, interface with whoever is there, and be in full control of the system. So the possibilities of this, they can alter our DNA through mRNA injection in the body, but the mRNA actually doubles as a communication device. This device will be able to send communication through artificial intelligence to a main controlling central computer. And so they will be able to control the world. That computer will have enough data in order to control every aspect of our lives. Not only buying and selling, the houses will be smart houses. Smart houses in that almost every device, the devices that they're making today, they are going to trick us because they're going to be able to extract data from us and information from us. So they're going to know everything that we do. And so the core of it, the plan is smart cities. Smart cities is the ultimate way of control in which humans will be imprisoned in cities in which they must partake of the beast system to live there and survive. You must take your injection. You must have a digital number, or else you cannot dwell there. They are also called 15-minute cities, in which everything one needs will be within 15 minutes. One will not be allowed to go beyond a certain area unless you get permission. Prison, imprisoned by the system, so we cannot be organized. Now the Most High will have none of this. He will not have his children be anymore at a time when his children are supposed to be taken out of captivity. These nations want to imprison them anymore. So the Most High is sending all his people back old, and they have been born and grown up in this time, and these people will be in a movie in the end. That's all I can say. It will be a movie. Now, this system that they're setting up is the ultimate Psalm 83 system. It is the ultimate Psalm 83. Let's go to Psalms 83. The ultimate Psalms 83 system of control, because they know that it is time for them to give up control. And they are saying, no, we are not going to give up. We are not going to serve you. You are going to serve us. So they are setting up a world prison system to ensure that we do not serve them, but they do not serve us, rather, but we serve them. Psalm 83 verse 1, this is the ultimate Psalm 83 system.
Keep not thou silent, O Allure. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Allure. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
This is what they're doing today. It's coming like as if Asaph have made this psalm for right now. This is like us that are speaking it. Father, you see what they're doing? Please, don't be silent this time. Go ahead.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharal be no more in remembrance.
You see it? This is what they're doing. There's nothing new under the sun, as it says in Ecclesiastes 1, I think verse 9. Is there anything that it says it's new? Let's go there. Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also against hidden ones.
Let's go. We will go there first. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9 and then we go there. That hidden one there is powerful, isn't it? Go ahead. Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9.
The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It hath been already of old time, which was before us.
All right. Psalm 83 has already been of old time before us, and they're doing it again. And as we said, it's about the priesthood. And they have set up their unholy priesthood. I didn't even mention that. And that priesthood is headquartered in Vatican City. That is where world religion is controlled through the Pope in Vatican City. That is the unrighteous priesthood. And they want that to remain. And for the Most High to not set up his priesthood. But the Most High wants rulership of the world. So he is going to set up his priesthood. Now, Vatican had showed me they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. What do you have to say about the hidden ones? Put you on spot.
No, Shalom. I just thought about hidden ones because, as we were saying earlier on, that souls are returning, and those ones don't know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So they are the hidden ones.
Mm-hmm.
Who the Most High has hidden the souls that are going to be kind of pivotal in these end times. So they've taken counsel because the wicked already know that these souls are here and must return.
Mm-hmm.
So they've taken counsel
Crafty
against.
counsel.
Yes.
Back, inject M to the R to the A. They think they are smart.
Just get everybody.
Huh?
Just get everybody.
Yes.
Mhm.
But in Ezekiel 13, the Most High told him in Ezekiel 13, it's not going to work. He said, I'm going to rip it from their arms. So they think that this thing that they plan, this is a grand scheme. Oh, Yahuwah is going to cut them off. Ezekiel 13. Verse 19.
And will ye pollute me among my people for handfuls of barley and for pieces of bread, to slay the souls that should not die,
Mm-hmm.
and to save the souls alive that should not live, by your lying to my
People that hear your lies and run and go and take this thing and say, okay, we need this to overcome this sickness.
Mhm.
Verse 20.
Wherefore, thus says Yahuwah Alua, behold, I am against your pillows, wherewith ye there hunt the souls to make them fly, and I will tear them from your arms,
And will let the souls go.
even the souls that ye hunt to make them fly.
Mm-hmm.
Your kerchiefs also will I tear, and deliver my people out of your hand, and they shall be no more in your hand to be hunted.
And ye shall know that I am Yahuwah. You can't win.
Mhm.
Let's go back to Psalms 83. They have said, come. Verse 4.
They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of yasharal be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, and they are confederate against thee.
Look at the chief chef, the head chef,
The tabernacles of Edom
the chef,
and the
Chef.
Ishmaelites
of Moab.
of Moab and the Hagarenes. He bowed.
Always the chief. Always the chief. And look who is the chief in this injection. Was the chief in this injection thing? Edom. Who is the chief in every single thing to do with the ordering of this world today? Edom. Continue.
Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot, Selah.
All right. So guess what's happened to them now? It's not going to be nice in the end. Verse 9.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became a dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeb, yea, like the princes of Zebah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Elua in possession.
So they shall face the wrath of Yahuwah in the end times. Continue.
O my Elua,
Make them like a wheel.
as the stubble, wherefore the wind, before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains of fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Elua. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish,
That men may know that thou,
whose name
name
alone is
is Yahuwah,
Yahuwah,
art the Most High over all the earth. So they are setting up their Psalms, their perfect Psalms 83 conspiracy today, not knowing that the Most High had spoken about it long before and told us what he will do to them. They just cannot win and they will not get it, that they cannot win. So yasharal will prevail. Yasharal will prevail. Psalms 49. Psalms 49. You got it? Go ahead.
Hear this, O ye people. Give ear, O ye inhabitants of the world, both low and high, rich and poor together. My mouth shall speak of wisdom, and the meditations of my heart shall be of understanding. I will incline my ear to hear a parable. I will open my dark saying upon the harp. Wherefore should I fear the days of evil, when the iniquity of my heels shall compass me about? They that trust in their wealth, and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches, none of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to allure a ransom for him. For the redemption of their soul is precious, and it ceaseth forever, that he should still live forever, and not see corruption. For he seeth that wise men die. Likewise the fool and the brutish person perish, and leave their wealth to others. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not. He is like the beasts that perish. Their way is their folly.
No, this is not the right one, man. This is not the right one. This is Psalm 43. I chose the wrong Psalm. Let me see if it's Psalm 43. No, this is not it. Continue down in Psalm 49. Let me see.
Their folly. Yet their posterity approve their saying. Sailor. Like sheep they are laid in the grave. Death shall feed on them, and the upright shall have dominion over them in the morning, and their beauty shall consume in the grave from their dwelling. But Allah will redeem my soul from the power of the grave, for he shall receive me, Sailor. Be not thou afraid when thou is made rich. Be not thou afraid when one is made rich, when the splendor of his house is increased. For when he dieth, he shall carry nothing away. His splendor shall not descend after him.
That was the wrong verse there. We got the wrong conclusion. I can't remember which verse I had chosen for that. But I only hope you got what we put together today. We started from Cain and his unrighteousness and the unrighteous priesthood. And we showed how the unrighteous priesthood began with him. And we showed how the righteous priesthood through Seth and how it continued through the children of Yasharal. And we showed in the end time how the Most High is going to redeem his people, how the patriarchs are going to come back. They are also going to join up to the righteous priesthood that is through Yasharal. And we looked at why the nations today know that, they know who we are, they know that the hidden ones will be coming back, and so they corrupt the system with their D to the N to the A system, and that corruption they intend to stop the nation of Yasharal. But there's a chapter that I had that showed that they could not and cannot stop the children of Yasharal. But it's not there somehow. I don't have it, all right? But do you have anything? Yeah.
Writings of Abraham, chapter 8.
The Writings of Abraham, chapter 8. Let's go there. Writings of Abraham, chapter 8, verse, page.
It's page 49 of 174.
49?
Of 174.
Yeah, let me get it on the screen, please. I think this was the one we're looking for. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Hearing this report, Enoch comforted his son Methuselah, saying, Fear not, my son, nor fret thyself about this matter. For did not a Kadosh angel visit thy son Lamech, and tell him that this should be the seed of angels? And was it not so?
Mm-hmm.
For this cause have these things happened. But on the 8th day, when the child is circumcised, he shall be covered and shall appear as other men, except that his hair shall remain white as a token that through him Yahuah will do a mighty work. So, for me, as I'm saying that, I was just saying that this part speaks very powerfully of the seed of Yasharal in the spiritual sense. That the seed of Yasharal is of angels, according to this. So, this is also a reminder of even in my dream when the spirit or the woman was there speaking about the other people, she spoke of them of being as humans, and then as if they were not. So with this verse, you understand that the seed of Yasharal is said to be the seed of angels. So this is a seed of a set-apart people. This is why they're a priesthood, because they are of an angelic nature. And that's why Yahusha says that ye are not of this world, because they truly are not of this world. They're of another dimension, of another world, another realm. And also a part that's very significant is that part when he says, for this cause have these things happened, but on the 8th day when the child is circumcised, he shall be covered and shall appear as other men. This shows that even though you may be of the seed, there's a point where the Most High covers you, and you become a hidden one, as we read in the Psalms.
Yes.
So you wouldn't know that you're actually of this nature until it's time for your revealing.
Awesome. And this go to Revelation 19, verse 9. Start at verse 9, which proves what you are saying, that children of Yasharal
18.
are angelic.
18.
Verse 19, verse 9.
And he said unto me,
This is an angel that he's speaking about.
And he said unto me, Write, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he saith unto me, These are the true sayings of Yahuah. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou, do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and
of thy brethren
that have the testimony of
Yahusha.
Worship Yahuah, for the testimony of Yahusha is the ruach of prophecy.
They are not of the world, even you are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. You see? So it gets deeper and deeper and deeper the more we go. And the more the people, you have something?
No.
Okay, the more people will say, oh, what are you speaking about? But it gets deeper and deeper. If we remain at the top of the, if we remain in shallow water, then we are not going to get to catch the fish. We have to dive deep. Yeah? We have to dive deep. So there is so much to this, but all praises to the Most High.
No praises.
All right. Are there any questions in the Zoom?
There's a lot of comments. There's a lot of I've been listening.
All right, let me see in the Zoom. All right, television was at one point called Idiot Box. Yeah. Rwanda asked, how do we find out our tribe? Yahusha said, whatever you ask in my name, I will do it. So we have to go seek the Most High in the name of Yahusha HaMashiach. Whatever you ask in my name, I will do it. And one day you might just get a dream and you will hear which tribe you are from. All right? Many people now are using 12 tribe chart are saying, because you live in this area, that means you're from this tribe. There is no such thing. When people were going to get slaves, they were not going to say, all right, you are from Levi. I want only Levites to work for me. Nothing. They just wanted people. So everyone was mixed up everywhere. So to find out who we are, and guess what? We interbred. So with all of us being everywhere, we bred within each other. So most of us today are of both tribes, father, different tribe from the father, different tribes from the mother. Most of us. Okay? All right, so that's that. I believe it was just read, but I do not see where the Messiah was saying. Are there any precepts in any books? I think that was when I spoke about Shaul. So let me tell you something, sister. You see, when the truth comes, we do not go hunting for precepts. Because these are for unbelievers. And then we do not go hunting for precepts to show unbelievers. Because that would mean that there is no emuna involved. They have to be satisfied to get everything exact. Okay, you said it. Okay, oh, it's there. Yes, I see it. No, I believe. Hamashiach says, Barak are you who what? Have not seen, but yet do what? Believe. So we'll give the precepts, but not for everything will be there following after precepts. So the righteous seed here today is not of this world. Yeah. Yeah. I can confirm the words, we are not from here. Due to my personal experiences, is not for here to disclose. All right, all praises. Is Pistis Sophia a missing book? I don't know, but it seems to be, it's so powerful, I'm telling you, giving me understanding. You have so many things that I did not understand, making everything seem so much more comprehensive. You asked where you could find, I was asking for other books that are stating these words in the book of Sophia, precept upon precept. Oh, already I addressed that. Enoch 90:41, another precept of Enoch returning from the sea. For Enoch 90:41, Enoch returning. Let's go to Enoch 90:41, they said. 90:41. I don't think it is this one. Here. From the Sefer, I don't know. I don't have the Sefer.
Oh.
You have it?
Yes.
You have Enoch in the Sefer?
Yes. That's the one he's using.
Yeah, Enoch 90:41.
90:41. Okay, then those three who are clothed in white and who hold me by my hand had before caused me to ascend, while the hand of him who spoke held me, raised me up, and placed me in the midst of the sheep before the judgment took place.
Mm.
And the sheep were all white, with wool long and pure.
Mm-hmm.
Then all who had perished and had been destroyed, every beast of the field and every bird of the heaven, assembled in that house, while Yahuwah of the sheep rejoiced with great joy, because all were good and had come back again to his dwelling.
Wow. So it was placed in the end time remnant in the end. Yada Yahuwah. And also Raphael, the angel, identified himself as being from the tribe of Naphtali in the book of Tobit. Yeah. Search in your KJV, Children of Light. Look at the 4 New Testament references. Let me see something. Children of Light. New Testament. Yeah. It's Luke 16:18. Let me get it on the screen. Why is it looking like that? Oh. Yeah. Luke 16:18. 16:8. And the master commendeth the unjust steward because he had done wisely. For the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. The children of this world. That means the children of light are not of this world. John 12:36. While ye have light, believe in the light, that ye may be the children of light. These things spake Yahusha, and departed, and did hide himself from them. For ye are sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in Yahuwah. Walk as children of light. 1 Thessalonians 5:5. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Now, when we look at darkness and we go into Pistis Sophia, we see darkness and light, and Yahuwah being light of lights, etc. So the children of Hasatan are the children of darkness. But this one takes the cake. The children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. All right, let me go and see if there's anything else in the chat. When you mention about the seed of Cain and the seed of the woman, even though she was righteous, that seed was still brought forth. Does that mean that yasharal seed is of the patriarch father, or is it both parents? Hope this makes sense. I believe that it is both. No, I believe it is both. Why? Hamashiach was Judah, but in the testament of the patriarchs, it said that Judah and Levi will save Yasharal in the end. And it was Messiah who saved Yasharal in the end. He was Judah, and his father is Levi. And by the way, I do hope Yahuwah willing to bring a teaching on the Ezekiel 37, the dry bones coming together, in which we will look at something similar to this. All right? Both tribes together. Michael the angel is also Malachi, who is also called the angel of Yahuwah, the book of the legend of the Jews. Okay then?
Malachi the prophet?
Someone is asking, why do you chastise Christians? It's not that I chastise Christians, it is that I want to lay a groundwork, Let me tell you something. When Hamashiach was speaking, if you go to Pistis Sophia and see when Hamashiach was speaking, even in the books of Nazareth, yeah, he was not just shooting out every question. As a matter of fact, they sounded so afraid to ask Hamashiach a question, they would prepare a speech before they asked a question. And I'm not Hamashiach, but saying so just to get the groundwork. You have to lay your groundwork for the questions. We are not here to prove to people. We are here for people of Emunah. Emunah is hearing and believing. If we go and we prove everything to you, it will do you no good. Because it will remove Emunah. So we are not going to be there, everything, we go into every single detail, yes, because, and then everything has to be proven, oh yes. No, that is worldly. You have to believe. You have to hear and understand, and through that understanding, then you have a framework, a background, in which you can actually now hear and know what is right and what is not right. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. I cannot be here, we cannot be here, going through every single detail of every single thing. So when we get something, oh, where is the precept? Then we have to now go, stop and go. Oh, go and find a precept. Oh, yes, oh, here it is. Oh, that is going to be counterproductive. We will not be able to move forward. And that is why we tell people, we have a radio station, we have a website, we have over 500 videos of the same questions that you might ask. So we cannot be going over and over again the same thing and proving. I spoke with someone the other day and I tell them, go check our resources. We did them and we put them up so that you can always have something to study. If I am here answering every single question that you ask, how are you going to grow? Where is your faith going to come from? Where is your patience, your knowledge, your understanding? You are only going to be a scholar like the people in the world who you ask them a question and they just know. Okay, here's the answer. The word has to come inside of you and work in you. You have to go and you have to search, you have to seek, you have to be like, oh, I can't find this. Oh, let me search. Oh, let me see here. Let me go. If you get all the answers, that will not be there. So the groundwork of everything is that we are not here to prove everything. Seek for yourself. Because I don't want to be known as someone who is brainwashing people. Or people who are just believing because I say. People have to know for themselves. All right, so I'm answering the question. What is the justification for reading from the Book of the Mormon? The justification is that we are searching in the toilet. All right? We go wherever. No, please. We prove all things and hold fast that which is good. All right? That's why we will go in the Book of Mormon. The reason people might be afraid of the Book of Mormon is because it comes from the Mormons. Yeah? And the Mormons is a religion. And it's a false religion. But Christianity is a false religion. Yeah? We are reading what they call the Christian Bible. All right? All right. Okay, let's go. Melchizedek told Levi and Sophia that he knew him before he was in his father's line. So was Yahuah Melchizedek. Oh. Yahuah is above everything and everyone. Everything and everyone. All right? All right. So that should be that. All right, so the rest of the questions you can ask them tomorrow. And just bear in mind, we are not here to prove everything to everybody. What I need to hear, let them hear. And we do know at this point, when we were at 400 plus videos and we were doing what I would call now like ABC teachings, basic teachings that like what most people will teach, and it was okay. But when people now start to hear things that is outside of their comfort zone, then it gets rather uncomfortable. But rest assured that we are not here to deceive anyone. And rest assured that we do know that people are going to fall by the wayside, because people are not going to be able to listen. All right. All right. So thank you all for listening. And where are we? Up. I'm still on this thing here. Yeah. So thank you all for listening, and shalom.
Shalom.